Welcome, everyone. This is Aviva Sokolsky, one of the co-coordinators of the ROCKLAND Arts Festival, and I am at the Rock Shop in Nyack, and I'd like to introduce one of the owners of the shop, and his name is Dylan Kelehan. It's all yours, Dylan.
Well, hi, everybody. This is interesting, for sure. My name is Dylan Kelehan, and I'm a musician, and a father, and a husband, and a friend, and a human in general. And I really love music, and I feel like music should be in everybody's lives in one way or another. And what always makes me happiest is to see music creating connections and friendships, and I have a customer walking in, so we're gonna have to pause this.
Okay. So from being a performing musician, which you still are, how did you come to want to be a store owner in Nyack?
Well, I used to own a school in Airmont.
Oh.
And then I sold the school so that I could perform more, because I was getting more and more gigs, and the performing aspect that superseded that of the store owning, school owning aspect. So things were going great, and then the pandemic hit. And what are you gonna do? You can't perform, your job is no longer a thing. And I got 3 kids and a wife, and we were just sitting there watching all of our money and savings dissipate. And it was, okay, so what do we do? Do I go change careers? Do I go work at Amazon? What do I do? I don't know what to do. So I was thinking about it. And I decided that I would just open another school/store again. And I was living in Valley Cottage. I know Nyack really well. I've played here a lot. I've lived here before. I know the whole deal. I know that it's an arts community. And I know that a lot of young families were moving here during the pandemic, and just in general, people who want to raise their kids outside of Brooklyn and Manhattan and stuff. And I knew that was happening, so I decided, let's do this. I decided to do it no matter what, but I also decided to involve my business partner, Jeff Spindell. And I tried a couple different people, and Jeff was actually very interested in. Jeff is one of the kindest, most compassionate, creative, just a guy you could trust with anything. And I just knew that about him, and I knew that he would kind of be a good yin to my yang, because I'm so just like, it's gonna work. And he's like, well, we should think about these details about it's gonna work, and about how it's gonna work, right? So it was a really good professional / friendship / creative bond.
Wonderful.
And then he said, but I can't do it because I'm too practical, that I won't quit anything. So, but my wife, on the other hand, she's working at Grub, but is no longer an owner there. So maybe she can partner up with you and like do the work that I can't do, because Jeff didn't want to quit his job yet because he's just too practical, like as I said. And he's probably smarter than I am, for sure. But so then now myself, Caroline, and Jeff have formed kind of a triumvirate of co-owning, and she does a lot of the stuff I can do, but I'm just not as good at as her. And I do a lot of the stuff that she could do, but she's not as good as me. So it's a really good balance. And, over the 2+ years we've been working together, no real conflict. So that's
amazing.
Huge. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what's offered. What services do you offer here?
Oh, so our main thing is lessons,
okay.
Music lessons, and we have some of the greatest teachers, and I mean it. They're my friends. They're just great people. There's no cookie cutter crap here. Everybody's a performer still. They're all active. They're all like real musicians with real experience and good personalities, and they're all my friends, and everybody here we're trying to make music fun. We're not trying to just say, no, you got to learn to read music. There's no you have to anything here. It's more like, do you want to come back? Please keep coming back, and please keep learning music in general.
Sounds like a very supportive, inclusive environment.
Yes, extremely. I love coming to work.
Oh.
I love it. Yesterday we had 5 instructors plus Caroline plus just random customers, and the vibes were off the charts. Everybody was laughing and everybody was happy and just joking around with my friends all day and helping people. I said it the other day, I feel like it's like one of, if not the most ethical way to make money.
I love that.
Me too. It feels so good. Everybody wins.
So I see that you sell guitars and other instruments.
We sell everything. I'll sell you the light bulbs, but we're never going to compete with Amazon, so that's not our main
It
focus.
doesn't seem like the point here to.
It's not the point. It's when people go into Guitar Center, the guys. This is a general statement. The big box retail stores. I'm going to say Guitar Center. Most of the staff there doesn't want to be there. Most of the staff there wants to be at band practice or playing shows or whatever else they want to do. They're not going to be like helpful to people who don't know about music, so it's intimidating.
Right.
If you go in there and you don't know, that a guitar has 6 strings and a bass guitar has 4 or sometimes 5 or sometimes 6, and you don't know all these little idiosyncrasies that only people who are in the music business would understand, they're going to talk down to you.
Sure.
And I'm here to educate people and make them feel comfortable in their purchasing experience, like they've come to the right person. Amazon will never be able to do that. Guitar Center will never be able to do that. I feel like it's an anomaly here, that I don't want to be like, well, I know more than you. Because that's how I feel. Having worked in those places, that's how I feel my coworkers would treat the customers.
And how long are the sessions, the teaching?
30-minute lessons or an hour. 30 minutes is plenty. And then we do a band program too, which is really exciting. We have ensembles, all different ages, adults, dad bands, kid bands, 6-year-olds, 15-year-olds, teen bands. And then that is my one of my favorite parts of work, because they all establish friendships and they're all texting each other and they all have this whole new thing where you realize that music is social. It's not just let's go see a show and that's the end of it. No, we're going to get together every week, do something challenging and hard, and then at the end of a few months there's a performance. So all the kids who learn on sports teams, you work hard, you get together every week, then you have like the game or whatever it is. They learn that in a different way, in an artistic way. I equate it to a hunting party. The reason I do is because our ancient ancestors would go on hunting parties, and there would be a band of people who would go off together and they'd prepare, and then they'd go and do the hunt, and then they'd be successful, and they'd be able to bring home whatever hunt they did to their family in their village. And that's how I feel about this place. It's like when you're in a band, it's like we get all prepared, we do scouting missions, which are our practices, we get together every week, and then there's the adrenaline before, during, and after the hunt, which is the performance.
I love that analogy. I absolutely love it.
Thanks.
That's great. I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
And you do repairs as well?
Yeah, we do repairs on instruments, amplifiers. Could be like a saxophone, it could be a guitar, it could be a guitar amplifier, it could be stereo equipment, record players, electronics, keyboards. We do all that stuff.
Wow. And I also read on the website, which is a great website, by the way, that you have performances over at Olives.
Yeah, except we haven't been doing it at Olives. We've been doing it at the Nyack Center.
Oh, okay.
We've been partnering with them because, frankly, we've grown out of it, which is great. It's great news. They're just too small. So, yeah, they used to be for free. Unfortunately, we had to start charging for them because they did get so long and out of control kind of thing. So
gotcha.
What we do is we give it, the performer is free and one other person, either a guardian or a friend or whatever they want to take with them. And then anybody else who wants to come has to pay an admission fee. So it is technically free, but if you want to have grandma and your best friend and your uncle and your limo driver come, it's going to be a fee.
Sorry, that was hilarious. This sounds like a typical interview question, so forgive me, but do you see this continuing, like you see yourself doing this for an undetermined amount of time, to keep coming here and doing what you love in this location?
Yeah, I mean, I love it, and the community loves it, and the teachers love it, and everybody seems to love it. So right now, I've only been at it for 2+ years, and I think it's better than ever. I'm having more fun than I had at the beginning, so I think that's good.
Well, the first 2 years are often the roughest.
Yeah, we expanded in the first 2 years, which is pretty cool. Because again, the community can the community can smell a rat, and they know that I really care about their kids and about them and about music in general. And I think that's evident. I think that's the kind of service I would want to get, and it's the kind of passion that I would expect from somebody who's in the arts. And even though this is a store, it's the arts. So it feels good to me. I really love performing though, and I would do more. I'm just kind of poised for that and ready to go. And I do perform, and I perform at a high level. I'm on an agency called Blue Raven, and we do a few shows a year with them. And I want more for sure, but I'm not gonna say goodbye to this anytime soon because it's enjoyable and it's building, and I'm passionate about it.
Sounds like, do you write your own music as well?
Yeah, but I always hate it.
That's a typical artist.
Yeah.
To take it from another artist, it's hard to like your own stuff, but it's probably, if it's created with the passion that you're exhibiting right now, must be pretty good.
It's fine. I don't think it's that good, but I do have aspirations that when I feel a little bit more stable in the amount of performing I want to do and the amount of time I want to spend here and the amount of time I spend with my family, once I can kind of juggle those things and I feel stabilized, then I'm going to sit down and write another album. Maybe every 10 years I'll do one, because the last one was 2014.
All right. I'm going to pause this for a minute. So this is the rehearsal space at the Rock Shop. And it's big enough to have some people in here. It certainly has a lot of equipment. Good soundproofing. There's a little playlist. Fabulous artwork everywhere. I believe most of it is by the other owner, Jeff Spindell.
Yeah, my parents have always been very supportive.
Oh, thank you so much, Dylan. This was an absolute pleasure, and we look forward to featuring you and the Rock Shop at the Rockland Arts Festival online, and you will be getting information about when and where things are going to be posted. And thank you so much for your time.
Sure, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. It was fun.